Wow. Name a more iconic fantasy author. So there's J.R.R. Tolkien, George R. R. Martin, Terry Pratchett, Robert Jordan, Patrick Rothfuss, C.S. Lewis. Okay, shut up. You know what I mean. Brandon Sanderson is definitely the most unrogue one of all of these guys, truly a beast of a writing machine, as his output is just unmatched by any other fantasy author out there at the moment. Also, he just seems like a nice guy, one who doesn't want to let his fans down and is eager to give back to them whenever he can, like when he uploaded a whole 12-hour-long lecture on writing onto YouTube. Sanderson created a whole universe called the Cosmere, in which all of his major book series are set in. Each of these series stand on their own, but there are hidden references and connections to the Cosmere scattered throughout all of his work. Sanderson estimates that once the Cosmere project is finished, it could encompass 40 books. As a newbie to his work, it can therefore seem like a high wall to climb at first, but as he's just so praised with positive feedback, I wanted to dip my toe into the water as well and started with a standalone novella called The Emperor's Soul. Our protagonist is a woman called Shai, who's a so-called forger. That means she can flawlessly copy and recreate any item by rewriting its history with skillful magic. She's condemned to death after trying to steal the Emperor's scepter, but given one opportunity to save herself from this ill fate. After a failed assassination attempt, said emperor was left brain dead, and his corrupt advisors offer Shai that if she's able to forge the Emperor's soul, essentially creating an unmistakable copy of him, she's free to go. As forging a soul is a very delicate and risky measure, Shai has to put in all her skill if she wants to live. The Emperor's Soul is a relatively short book, which is a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it's absolutely amazing what amount of lore Sanderson is able to squeeze into this short book. On the other hand, it can feel a bit rushed. Some lore explanations, background information, and rules of the magic system can feel a bit underdeveloped and cut short. There would have definitely been enough substance here to expand the scope of the world and its story, but the concept does work surprisingly well for a novella. I came away from a first Brandon Sanderson book with more positive than negative feelings. On one hand, I really appreciated what he tried to do here, tell a complex and enticing story in a short form factor. On the other hand, I'm not sure if his overall writing style and narration clicked with me. The Emperor's Soul is one of his earlier books, so maybe his style matured since then. But at times it felt a bit like reading fanfiction, as this book can be a bit tropey at times. Because the book is so short, it seemed to me like he could only use off-the-shelf character models, all just playing on different tropes of the fantasy genre or of superhero movies. I have to applaud him though for coming up with such an original and unique magic system, a trait of Sanderson that is one of his special talents, as I was told. The Emperor's Soul won't definitely be my last book of Brandon Sanderson. It gave me a good glimpse into how the man works and what kind of fantasy to expect from him. So 3.5 stars from me. For more book reviews, have a look at this playlist. Thank you and see you next time. Ciao.